Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. So it came to my attention late last night while, I was in bed and trying to get some rest that there was a major blow up, an epic rant due to a back and forth between Cardi B and her original writer, I want to say writer slash producer, Swift. And she literally, went on a epic meltdown talking about how, he's pocket watching and mentioning she spends like $3 million a month, which was just like, wow. And how she got to take care of her three babies by herself, and she's got to pay her assistants and her staff and all these different people. And yeah, I said I would work with you again, but I don't like your music, and all these types of things. Well, Swift went live and he answered back. And come to find out, according to him, when she got signed to Atlantic, she received a little over $500,000 for her advance. And he said that he was never paid for any of his services. And then she, moved on, had success. Of course, Offset took over. A lot of different things happened with the changing of the guards. Party ends up becoming her new writer, and he was left in the dust. So I didn't go through all of his lives, but he definitely sounded like he was hurt. And I wanted to tap into the energy around the both of them. Pardon me, I'm trying to make sure I got, his information right. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, his name is Swift. So yeah, I want to tap into the information between the both of them. I heard everything she said. I didn't get to hear everything that he said because I woke up a little late this morning. So I did see part of the first live that he did, or pretty much it was broken up and sent to me in pieces because a lot of people screen recorded it. So without any further ado, we're going to look into Swift's side of this story, and then I'll tap into Cardi's side of the story because I want to see how the confusion came about and where everything went wrong. Oh, goodness. Come on, come on, come on. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest heavenly order, please help me see the energy around Swift and what actually happened. Does it align with what he says? Does his story correlate with what he said? Show me Swift. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Swords. My apologies. The Knight of Swords here coming out in the upright. And this Knight of Swords lets me know that, swiftly, he came in with a message. Bottom of the deck. Okay, about the Wheel of Fortune. So this was a large, sizable amount of money. Hold on, everybody. I want to see if I can adjust this camera a little bit, because I want y'all to be able to see as much as possible. Oh. All right. And it seems like, the message started off kind, okay? The offer started off kind. The Ace of Cups. So I do see that, he did contact her about an offer that was given, something that was supposed to be in good faith, or it appeared to be. But this is like the energy around Cardi, okay? The Nine of Swords, heavy anxiety, worry, not able to get any rest, very, very anxious. So it's like it set her off the moment that she saw that he contacted her. Um, excuse me. I don't know what just happened. It was like my throat literally got dry as soon as I said that it set her off the moment that she saw that he contacted her. So this was literally like DMs, not even a phone call, but it was like as soon as she saw it, it completely set her off. It sent her in a frenzy. Okay, so you got the Emperor here. And the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Emperor represents someone who is either in control of a situation, the head of a company, and this feels like there may be someone that is over Cardi's money that we don't know about. She may not have access to the money that she needs to have access because it has to go through a third party, or explain this more to me. But I mean, because she is still married, so there may be, things financially that are still tied up between her and Offset. But I want to understand this better. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups represents love and abundance, okay? So it's like in the beginning, like he may have been even like a person that was like a mentor, or a father figure, helping to coach her through, getting into music, okay? Someone who really helped her through the ranks. And it's saying that he had a lot of love for her. I don't even see where he stopped having love for her. Two of Cups under the deck. So even if this is like financially or, business wise, Two of Cups can mean, I thought that we were going to go the long haul. I was going to be able to work with you throughout the duration of your career. But then you decided to take a new direction. Page of Wands. And when you decided to take that new direction, you became very, very defensive. Seven of Wands. So it's like, imagine working with someone on their project. You help to bring things into fruition, help them to get where they need to get to, and then when they get what they need to get, or things look up for them, it's like all of a sudden, attitudes and, you acting like you don't know me anymore type energy. You become very defensive, even hostile, because you decided to go in a new direction. And it was a wish fulfillment. So this may feel like, in the beginning of her career, there may not have been, any contracts between him and her. Not anything that's, binding the way that the contract was that she signed. So this feels like the honor system in some type of way. Three of Cups at the bottom, everything was good, but it's like Three of Cups also represents gossip and like whispers in the street. So he may have heard more about what was about to happen with her, or what was going on with her, through the grapevine rather than straight from her. It took a while to get the information straight from her. And then here it is, the Death card and the Four of Pentacles. So it's like as soon as she got, financial stability, it was a chop, it was over, it was a wrap. Something had to end for something to begin. So she got this deal and she was done. It's like, hey, sorry for you. It was real. It's been cool. It's been good. But I don't need you anymore type energy. Wow. And then when the message came in, when, everything was official, it's like, he goes into this dark night of the soul, this hermit mode. Here he is, left out in the cold. He's, left out of the process, so to speak. So this is like learning in hindsight and having to reflect on the situation, from here on out. If I'm to do business with someone, I got to make sure I have paperwork. I got to do this. I got to do that. So unfortunately, it taught him about how things should happen in business versus using the honor system, because everybody doesn't have the same type of honor or the same type of loyalty. Knight of Cups. Oops. Explain this Knight of Cups to me. So, got the Eight of Swords here under the Knight of Cups. And that Eight of Swords is like, somebody being stuck or trapped in a situation. This is also, she spends a lot of time, in her head, riddled and racked with worry. Because there's certain decisions, certain choices that were made that ended up becoming a Five of Cups, which is like, regret, remorse, about a situation. And then boom, you've got the Queen of Swords coming out under the Emperor. So at the gate, she just goes ballistic on him. Remember, when I started to preface this before we even got off into the reading, it's like the moment she saw the message, she literally lost it. Like, how dare you contact me? Just, it was instantaneous. And for him, it's like, it's a hangman. Like, I've shown you nothing but love throughout the years. I've never been abusive or abrasive to you. I haven't said anything. I've just been sitting back, chilling, waiting my turn. But at the same time, how long am I supposed to wait for what's due to me? Yeah. Here it is. You got the Ace of Cups. It was all love. I was happy for you that everything was picking up and taking off. The Wheel of Fortune. And then the strange thing is, the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. It was like, you got the deal, and then boom, I ended up with the burden, because this is the energy of like spreading the wealth, okay? Like I said, he was waiting his turn, and it feels like tomorrow never came. So, Palace of Wands, okay? And the Palace of Wands represents, you know, attraction, high level of visibility, opulence, and that, that's the deal with Atlantic. It was a very promising opportunity, okay? And then the bottom of the deck, we have Palace of Coins. So instantly, it's like you're in the money. Things are going great. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. This is a wish fulfillment. I don't see anywhere here across the table where he didn't want her to win. I'm not seeing that at all. Hold on, let me see. Either way. Yeah, I'm not seeing where he didn't want her to win. It was a wish fulfillment. He really did want her to win, and then it was like, boom, out of nowhere. Just like that, it was over as soon as she got what she wanted and she needed with financial stability. Now, I'm not saying that this is the whole story. I'm just reading the energy around how he feels about what happened. Yeah, so you got the High Priestess here that falls under the Nine of Cups, which represents the wish fulfillment. So this means that, she, like I said earlier, she kept this under wraps. She kept this a secret. He didn't know until it finally got to a certain point. Six of Swords, this cutting ties, leaving everyone behind. And Six of Swords represents cutting behind what's considered to be a toxic, chaotic situation. But from what I'm seeing, he had nothing but love for her, and he may have been taken back, when everything manifested, because he was left out of the loop with information and possibly with a payment. So you got a Hermit here. Excuse me. You got a Hangman here. My apologies. You got a Hangman here that falls under the Hermit and the Knight of Swords. So for the Knight of Swords to be up first to the Hermit, it's like I came forward to talk to you, after we haven't spoken a long time. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which represents the past. So we haven't spoken a long time. And it ended up being a Hangman. It got me nowhere. Instead of us being able to communicate, it went to a whole nother place. So you got the Devil here, which represents, chaos, toxicity, obsession, and just toxic behavior in general. And Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something going on where she can't freely access a certain amount of money. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are allegedly. So she can't access a certain amount of money. Like, she's stuck in a situation. It's like she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it has something to do with this family unit as well. Uh-oh, sorry about that. So you've got the Six of Cups here, which represents the past, right? And it's falling under the Queen of Swords. And this is like her cutting into him, popping off at him about the energy between them in the past. But it falls under the Emperor. The Emperor is a very evolved person. The Emperor is like, someone who is of guidance to you. So you're you're going off on someone who at some point in time, you know, literally helped you to manifest your dream. And then you got the Lovers and the Six of Wands here. So you chose to move on towards victory and leave this person behind. And yet Ace of Cups here and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. I wonder what was the actual nature of their relationship. Because this feels something similar to possibility of an entanglement with a touch of work. And boom, soon as you get the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords, you cut this person off. You literally walk away from him no sooner you get word that you signed the deal. Eight of Cups, left him behind. It was like it was instantaneous. It was immediate. No sooner you got the word that this was happening. It's been nice knowing you. This is what this feels like. Like I said, this is the energy around how he perceives the situation. And then here it is, becoming very argumentative. Like I'd said earlier, it's like no sooner you take this deal, it's like, you know, I ain't gotta, you know, be nice to you. I could say whatever I want to say. I don't need you. What are you calling me for? Like, leave me alone. The energy, it switched up dramatically. And you got the World here and the Palace of Cups. Now, the Palace of Cups represents an institution that's nothing but love. So between him, everything was good until it wasn't. And then boom, just like that, that cycle was closed. Everything that, you know, he knew as far as their relationship and he knew about their how they worked together, it was over, it was done. It almost feels like, you know, getting up and going to work and finding out that the company that you work for has a padlock on the door and they went out of business and no one told you. So here it is. You've got this Ten of Wands here, this heavy burden, having the weight of the world on your shoulders. And this more so feels like Cardi's energy, because it's like you got what you wanted. You got your wish fulfillment, but in secret, you're heavily burdened. You got your back against the wall, and it's like you're holding up the whole world on your shoulders, burdens that you can't carry. And this is the energy behind, you know, why she's, you know, being so aggressive and argumentative, ready to fight people, is because she's going through a lot behind the scenes. And it's to the point to where it's almost like, you know, can she even carry this load? It's becoming too heavy to bear. The Chariot. Yeah, so the Chariot falling under the Four of Coins and the Death card, which means something had to end for something to begin for her to get to financial stability. So, boom, in the wind, I'm gone. And this was the choice that she made. The Lovers under the deck. Okay, you chose to leave him behind. This, I'm hearing sorry, everybody can't come, everybody can't go. And you got this Knight of Swords with the Hermit and the Hangman. So even again, around Cardi, the energy is like he came in with this message. You know, here you are by yourself going through all these burdens. The Hermit to the Hangman. Knight of Coins. Her money is not moneying the way that, you know, people think it is. It's starting to come in slow. It's not that there's not any money coming in, but it's not the money that she is accustomed to making, or people think that she's making. And here it is. You've got the Faith card and the Ace of Coins, okay? So that's like someone literally praying for a break. Like, I just need that bounce back. You know, I'm praying that, you know, this situation or these deals work out, because things are at a plateau right now. Like I said, it's not saying that she's not making any money. It's that the money is starting to trickle in. It's coming in way slower than what she's accustomed to. And you got the Four of Wands. So, yeah, in the past, you know, she had great stability. Things were working out really good. You know, her getting married, you know, Ace of Wands, that's interesting. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I mean, excuse me, Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Wands on the table. So it's like you went from a Knight of Wands situation, y'all hooking up, hot, passionate, you know, sex, to we got married, you know, love and abundance, and then boom, now it's over to a Swords. So she's going through a lot right now, and it almost feels like this is where all of this energy came from in this rant against him, because this has nothing to do with him. These are all the things that, you know, she's amassed and the things that came into her life after she got rid of him. It's almost like a full circle moment, like going, you know, a full 360. Okay, so when she left you, you know, finally things were taking off. She was going into the money. When you messaged her, she's closer to being back to where she was when she left you behind. And then here it is. You got this anxiety, no rest, constantly up, worrying, not sleeping, high anxiety. And it feels like a lot of worrying over money, large amounts of money. And of course, everyone was watching the Page of Swords, you know, falling under the Five of Swords. Like I said, this was an epic rant, an epic meltdown. Everybody was watching. Everybody got to see this or hear this on social media last night. And here it is, the King of Cups. Like, I deeply had love for you, and I've been quiet this whole time. I haven't even been saying anything about how I really feel and what's going on with me, and, you know, keeping my emotions or my feelings or my opinions to myself. And you go, you know, berserk, like one's over the cuckoo's nest on me publicly. So it's, wow, this is like, you know, we could have handled this privately. This didn't have to become a public situation, but it was a wish fulfillment for you to speak about this publicly. So here it is. Now that the things that didn't have to be known, the High Priestess to the Ten of Wands, it's a burden now that things that were in the dark are coming to light now. So you got the Fool here, which represents the leap of faith. Or, you know, taking that leap before you look, you know. And that also lets me know that he took a chance on contacting her in secret, and it became a heavy burden because, you know, he didn't expect this to go public. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. This brought him great heartbreak, that this private conversation became a public matter. He thought that they could move forward, you know, into jovial, happy times, that this was something could have been handled behind the scenes. Like, I see that you're working on a new project. Why not just pick up where we left off and let bygones be bygones? This is what this feels like to me. And he felt like this was going to stay private. This was not going to be something that was going to turn into a public matter. Like, they could speak privately and possibly work together and work something out, to, cancel out whatever the energy was from the past while building a business relationship for the future. And baby, this is definitely not what happened. Yeah, she became very, very defensive. 7 of Wands. About the 8 of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords, about the truth about them working. So she didn't want him to, pretty much share the truth about their working relationship and what actually happened between them, and, how things went back then. And this is like, she took it to another level because she didn't want him to be able to pretty much, she didn't want him to be able to share this with anybody. Like, this is the last thing that she felt like she needed. She just did not need this type of energy, so to speak. And she, like I said, she has a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries. So it's almost like she wanted to get the jump on this to control the narrative. But I do not see where he was trying to make this a public thing. I'm waiting to see where this was supposed to go public, because it's like it didn't go public until she addressed him, as far as I know. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me down in the comments. I didn't see where it became public until she showed the screen recording of what was in the DMs. I do not get where he was going to take this public. I don't see that. So here it is. Yeah, the Faith card. He had faith that they would be able to work together. They could work this situation out. He was hopeful that this could be done in private. And, here it is. Shortly after he made this choice to reach out to her, he was sorry that he even said anything to her. And you have the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which represents heartbreak. He just couldn't believe that this situation even turned this way. These turn of events came out of this, that she popped off on him and talked to him the way that she did publicly when he was trying to handle this privately. Ace of Pentacles falls under the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, excuse me, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. So it's like he's acknowledging, like, hey, you made a lot of money. Excuse me. Every time I get to go into this past situation and him making a lot of money, her making a lot of money, and everything was good, it's been all love for you. Y'all, it's like my throat gets scratchy every time I get to this point where it's discussing the money. Like, she doesn't want to discuss anything to do with money. She doesn't even want him excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, hold on, let me light some Palo Santo, because this energy is heavy. It's like she really does not want anybody discussing money. She does not want anybody saying anything to her about money. She has a lot of anxiety around money. Like, you can't even talk to her about money. She's shook about money right now. My apologies, everybody. I had to clear this energy because I really felt like something was like causing my whole throat to be scratchy as soon as I got to talking about this Ace of Coins, the money she made. Okay? The money that she came into. That's the last thing she wanted to do was discuss money. It hit a hard nerve. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You know, she's got a lot of anxiety. Seven of Cups is not just someone considering their options or trying to figure out what they need to do. Seven of Cups is a card for me that is a signal to possible, substance use. So, she may be indulging right now, but she's definitely trying to figure out what she needs to do to stay in this palace of coins, to keep her house, to keep her properties, to keep her money going. She's figuring out all types of ways to keep money coming in, new offers, new ideas, but it's like things are not moving the way that they used to or the way that she would like them to. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So this is like juggling back and forth, y'all. I hate to say it, but this is feeling more and more like that robbing Peter to pay Paul type energy. And Two of Coins. She could be, juggling right now financially with how to keep things in perspective. Queen of Cups. Eight of Cups. So Queen of Cups is, like I said, it's weird because I'm telling y'all, like, he had loving energy towards her. It appeared that they had loving energy towards each other until everything separated and she walked away. Yeah, so Three of Cups, everything is jovial. She's worried about, trying to balance everything so that she can rebrand herself, relaunch herself. But there's a Tower here. It's like it came out of nowhere, something that wasn't expected. And something happened that literally is shaking Cardi to the core about how she's going to come back to the table this time. So she's got a lot going on with her where she's trying to balance her work life, her home life, how she gets to the next phase of her career. And she's just got, issues coming at her really fast. And when you got Tower moments, it's like things are falling apart in ways that you can't put them back together again. So there could also be fighting between her and Offset, because I usually don't have my cards in reverse in my deck. So I am going to correct that. But yeah, it's like she could be fighting with Offset behind the scenes. There's just a lot happening with her. And it's happening all at the same time. And it feels like this was just a straw that broke the camel's back because she already was going through a lot. But that still has nothing to do with him. That's not his fault. But, it feels like this is what's putting it in perspective. Why or how this got to where it's getting. And boom, there's the Tower. So, like, if she feels like this was the worst thing that could have happened, him contacting her about working with her and money and bringing up the past, she's already got a lot going on as far as where her career is now, business, trying to, secure new avenues and new ways of making money. Things aren't working out the way that they used to. It's like money is coming in, but it's not coming in the way she needs it to come in. And then you look at your DMs and boom, here he goes. And it just was too much. This is the energy that I'm getting. Now remember, this was in my deck in reverse. Okay? Right behind it, the King of Coins, which will represent, the husband, not just a financial opportunity. So if I'm going to put this back in reverse because I feel like it was like that for a reason. So here it is. Now that Offset is gone, this also is affecting a large amount of her business and how she conducts business, because these are a lot of things that it feels like her husband helped her with, her husband took care of for her. And this is the first time she's ever had to really stand alone and handle these things. And it's becoming a bit much. So you got the Moon here in Justice, things going on possibly secretly with like court or judgments. There's a lot. I mean, a lot coming at her fast. And she's trying to keep this under wraps and hold everything together so that she can, move forward and, get everything into a good place. And then here it is, you got collaborations with the Three of Coins falling under the Five of Coins. And look where collaborations are going. The Eight of Cups, they're walking away from her. So while she's turning him down and saying that I don't want to work with you, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't want to work with you. If it hasn't happened already, she's going to face collaborations deciding to walk away from her. And look at this. You got the Ten of Swords, the ultimate betrayal. So she feels extremely betrayed by him. Like, how could you come at me like this? You see, I'm going through X, Y, and Z, the wounded warrior. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I'm just trying to stay afloat, and then here you come. But here's the thing. If you made an agreement with this man and you even admitted to saying that you would work with him in the future and agreeing with him on certain things, you can't turn around and use the circumstances in your life to change the agreement or to make him feel some type of way because of what you're going through. If you get where I'm going with this, y'all, it's like just because it's raining where you are doesn't mean that it affects the weather where I am. Business is still business no matter what's happening on either side of the table. Yeah, you got the Palace of Coins flipped out in reverse under Temperance. So, the palaces all represent institutions. And an institution that was once very friendly towards her, that, rolled out the red carpet, was very kind to her, is no longer, giving her that same energy when it comes to this Ten of Pentacles. So even with the label, at one point in time, it's like, hey, the world is yours. What do you need for your budget? Let's run it up. The energy is not the same now. she may have to finance, this project herself, or it's something about the budget. They're not approving the type of budget that she would like, allegedly. Yeah, here you go, the Wounded Warrior and the Eight of Cups. So it's like, almost like the energy is reversing between them. It's like she left him in the Wounded Warrior position when she walked away from him, and he just had to push through and persevere. And now here it is all these years later, which feels like almost 9 years later, she is in the Wounded Warrior position, and he's just going to have to decide if he's going to just walk away from her. So, wow. And you've got justice here falling under the Tower, which can be, karmic justice, or baby, if this man takes you to court for, his piece of the pie that he didn't get, and he's able to bring some things to light and prove that he wasn't paid for services rendered, this can be a huge tower for Cardi. So I think it would be best, well, it's too late now because this has gone public and, feelings are in the air. But I think it would have been best if she just went ahead and worked with this man and worked out an agreement to where she could have threw him a little extra for the current project to cover, then and now. And we possibly would have never heard about this publicly, allegedly. So here it is. Now you've got this King of Wands who's, in the reverse, and it's like this person left you behind because they see you toxic and chaotic. And it feels like when he left, it greatly affected Cardi money, the 10 of coins. So it's something that attaches, Offset and Cardi business-wise, not just marriage-wise. And him not being there is making it hard for her financially, because I'm telling you, it's like he controlled, the traffic of the deal some kind of way, or he was the one that helped to facilitate the deals, and the deals are not moving according to how they used to because he's no longer involved. Yeah. So you got the Eight of Wands here. It's like things are moving really, really fast behind the scenes with her. The Nine of Coins, the independent woman, being that she's single. And I'm telling you, the label may be making her handle things as if she's an independent. It's wow. Yeah. So here it is. You got the Nine of Coins and the 10 of Coins here. And yeah, she's Five of Coins, Three of Coins. So it's like, I'm telling you, it's like the collaborations that she's doing to make money now, they're not adding up to what they used to add up to. It's not that she's not working. It's not that she's not getting any money. It's like the type of money, the type of collaborations are definitely not the same. And here it is, the Three of Wands here in reverse. Three of Wands here in the upright is falling under the Ten of Swords. This is like feeling betrayed over an opportunity that came to rest. So I do see where he feels betrayed and bewildered, like you played me, you pretty much got the bag, took off and ran, and then no sooner you got the opportunity, it's like you shit on him, right? This is the energy around him. And remember, I said the palaces represent institutions. Very, very wealthy institution, okay? 10 of coins. But that 10 of coins is falling under the palace of cups in reverse. It's not that the label doesn't have the money. The label is just not, they're not, what it energetically feels like to me is like they're not happy about releasing any more money. They don't want to invest any further than they already have. They want to see how things go before they put anything else into, fruition for her and whatever she has going on. And it's just stressful for Cardi all the way across the board behind the scenes. So I don't see that they're going to move any further. Like, this situation is going to come to rest. They definitely, business-wise, are not going to move any further. But it may not be a bad thing for him, when it's all said and done, because she has a lot going on. So it's not like she can really take on working with him right now, because she has a lot of things to iron out. Yeah, there's a lot of juggling here to keep her palace of coins. She's doing whatever she has to do to keep things afloat. So I'm going to end it here, because you've got the 6 of Wands moving on to victory, 7 of Swords. So I do see where he feels like he was backdoored. She used him, took advantage of him, got what she needed to get out of him. And then, hey, this is one of those situations. Shout out to Beat King, rest in peace, where he said, get that bread, that head, then leave. This is exactly what this feels like. She treated it just like it was one of those types of situations. Hey, it was cool, it was fun, but, I gotta go. It's checkout time. So this was the energetic tap-in that I got around Swift. And just wow. It's kind of interesting though, because it's like, listening to her rant about, I don't like your stuff. I don't want to work with you anymore. But it's like, it's the work that he did with you that helped you to get to that first album that did ridiculous numbers. It's like, when that recipe changed, it was never the same. So, y'all, just wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded. Hopefully y'all can see this today. And I wish them both well, but it doesn't look like he was going to work with her anyway on this project, because like I said, she has a lot that she has to iron out in her life overall, and until she can do that, it's a lot that's up in the air. So, see y'all next time. Talk to y'all soon. This reading is adjourned.